Today's topic is going to be society's judgment and unconscious comparison when you're handling your child. So, society's judgment, where we saw in our lot of workshops, when I speak to parents, I keep telling them that you do carry a lot of insecurities which is coming from the society's influence. They initially refuse it, but after that, internally, when I try to give them a little more self analysis questions, then they say, yes, ultimately, I have a fear of being judged. Or already these kind of comments have come from the nearest relatives whom they were there, whom gave a small judgment about their children, which made them feel this way and started handling the child in a much stronger manner or much strict manner. So when we decoded this aspect, we saw that how society has an unconscious influence on you when you handle your child. Let's decode that today. Let's decode that today. So when it comes to parents, parents always say, no, I don't compare my child with the other child. I don't worry about the society. I just handle my child. This is the outset every parents try to present it. But when it comes to handling the child, and when someone else comes there, like not the third person, the closest relative like your in-laws or your parents, your own siblings, and tell you, hey, your child is not even speaking to me. So the moment, they are not saying that your child is not speaking, your child is not even speaking to me all the time, this is the case. So you start making a conclusion about your child, my child, whether it has a less self-confidence, or my child has a less expression skills, or my child has this or that. So what it brings you is you start making a lot of judgment and about your child because of the insecurities which you carry. Where it came from? It came from the people who gave you an input. Your child is not talking to me. Your child is refusing to do always this with me. So this kind of comments coming from the nearest people makes you see your child in a much different perspective. What it is like, you start comparing your child. Hey, that child is speaking a lot. Why not this fellow? That child is able to sit for a long time. My child is not sitting. So this kind of unconscious comparison starts happening. And the unconscious comparison, when it starts coming, you take your beautiful, wonderful child who has come to this earth for a purpose. You take that beautiful child and start fixing for the society's judgment, or you're trying to fix the child to prevent any kind of judgments coming in future. This unconsciously happened, whether you accept it or not. If you're going to work with me personally, I decode that self-analysis process where every time when you handle a child, definitely there is a society's influence of that. So society's influence will always be there. Whether you're going to take care of your child very nicely or whether you're not going to take care of your child nicely, in either ways it's going to be there. If you're going to be the best mom, still they will tell you, it's just fake. She's faking it. In that way, they will say. If you're going to be at home and taking care of your child, they will say, she has studied so much, she's not working and also not taking care of the child properly. And if you're going to work and come back and take care of your child, she's running after money. So they make comments on every aspect of your life, whether you're going to do it with love, whether you're going to do it with strong conviction. Don't yield to that kind of comments, because it is either way going to be there. Me being a person who's helping parents, teachers, I'm subjected to a lot of judgments. Yes, it keeps coming. Even before I was there in this profession, I was subjected to a lot of comments. Either way, I see that. But I don't keep anything on that. I keep my child as a center and help him to grow best version of himself and not influence my character or my bonding towards him with respect to any of the comments coming from the society. This is really dangerous, because right now we are living in a digital lifestyle which is going to take over us a lot, and worrying about the society, you have to least minimum bothered about it. Okay, least minimum bothered about it. So what are the ways in which we actually compare our child unconsciously? For example, if you're going out for a party or going out for a dinner or going out anywhere, and you see some of the children nicely playing with each other and your child doesn't play, look at the other children who are all playing. See, you're not playing. Or another person is coming and asking you, hey, your child is not playing. Then you become a little hesitant. No, he doesn't like to play. but you try to poke this child who's sitting quietly, go play, go play, go play. So there is someone who is like, you're seeing your child is always jumping, running here and there. And there is another beautiful child sitting at one place and eating nicely. So you make a comparison. When your child comes running back to you, you make a comparison with the other parents. You're just talking casually, but you just make this comment. See how beautiful this child is sitting in one place and eating. My child, he doesn't even sit. I have to run. It's really a stressful process. You're actually expressing your consent, but it's not expressing your difficulties, but actually you're not expressing in the process. You're comparing your child with another child. Oh my God, if I have a child like this who's going to sit and eat, it's going to be great. This kind of comments keep coming up everywhere, which the parent are not actually comparing, but parents are actually trying to see their challenges from another child's point of view. If I have this kind, I will be out of struggles. That is called unconscious comparison, where if your child keeps on listening such kind of words from you or sentences from you, they very well understand my mother doesn't accept me. My mother is always comparing me. My mother is not actually accepting me truly. This is what, or my mother or father, whoever it is, you don't accept them truly. You are telling your child, I want this, but you're like this. I want this, but you're like this. So in that way, the unconscious comparison keeps on happening. But many of you will be feeling like this is very, very intricate or subtle. How do we overcome that? I'll tell you, it's not something wrong with you. You're not doing something really wrong. But what happened is when we grew up in our school and in colleges, where the whole system or whole classrooms were just a comparison world or a competition between each other, and comparison was the very basis of that particular environment. Why? Because we had these parameters like above average, below average, very intelligent, outstanding, poor student. So in that way, at least you are falling into any of the one categories. So inside a class, there will be 40 children, but you belong to any one category based on comparison with the others. That fellow, he is like outstanding. Hey, this is a poor fellow. So you have always been judged for about 12 years of life in school and for another 4 years of life in college that you are an average, poor student, below average student, or you're only an above average student. You are not capable of this, you're not capable of that. You've always been judged, and that judgment puts you into a state of insecurity when you become a parent. And when somebody is going to give a small comment on you, or when you are going to feel your difficulties to others, it becomes unconscious comparison. So what do we do about this? First, let's not focus on the society. Let's focus on our internal happiness. Our internal happiness is more actually based on the society's comments on us, but it is a very difficult process. Overnight, it doesn't come. So how do we help ourselves? First, don't look at the society, look at your child. Your child has come onto this earth for one beautiful purpose. Second thing is about every child born on this earth is going to be having all the capabilities, but they are actually like having different unique ways of expressing it and unique skills that they internally possess. If all the children are going to speak very nicely, then there is no variation. If all the children are going to really talk nicely, and then there is no variation. Every child is born on this earth is unique. There can't be every child who gets a first rank or gets a first prize in everything. All the children cannot be first in everything. Let's understand that. If your child is losing a game or if your child is not doing something properly, first become happy that my child is unique. Because every child born on this earth is not same. That single understanding in your life will help you overcome your own unconscious insecurities which you carry, and the insecurities which you're seeing in your child you'll be able to overcome. The thing is, understand the real meaning of every child is unique. That means you are also a unique being. Your child is also a unique being. If somebody else is going to overperform yourself, yes, they are unique in their own way. Is underperforming, they are also unique in their own way. They are each person is unique. This will help you to overcome the society's comparison. Society has a parameter that all people should be like this. That can never happen. It has never happened in history. It's not going to happen in future also. So let's understand that every child is unique and my child is very unique. Thank you.